how it's counting my frames in the bottom corner. Like I'm gonna get anything good out of this game. Okay, so we're picking up where we left off. We haven't... What haven't we done? What have we done? We just got the barge to pull the train. That's what we did. Boop. There it is.
Hello, Kate Walker here.
Miss Walker, this is Professor Ponce. I'm about to start my lecture on the Yukol at any moment. Please make haste to come.
Okay, I'll give it my best.
Excellent. We'll be in the main lecture hall. See you soon.
Right, so now we gotta go run it all the way back. I've gotta try and not click off screen. The barge just left, like, really quickly. You didn't even see the barge leave the train. I've got this on widescreen, but it still looks pretty good. The environments are beautiful. It's just the little character models. They don't look as good. Which is to be expected for a 20-year-old game. But the environments are still beautiful. I mean, look at those mammoths. Well, now you can't because they're gone. You can still hear me, yeah. Well, the thing's saying you're picking me up, so... We have to make it to the lecture. We finally get to go up these steps over here.
Ah, there you are, Miss Walker. Good, good. Take a seat quickly. I'm impatient to start my lesson.
That guy over there is sleeping.
My young friends, a very exciting discovery, unimaginable up until only a few hours ago, has come into my hands and has finally allowed me to complete my study on the mysterious Yukol people. Lights, please. The Yukols are a people from the far north about whom very little is known. They live far away, very far away, on the frozen borders of Syberia. This distance and the climatic conditions of the region, which are unfavorable to human existence, have limited the size of the Yukol population and kept it out of reach of the scientific world. The handful of slides that follow are actually the only documentation we have in our possession. It was a Russian explorer who made these drawings and took these photographs 100 or so years ago. Today, we owe what we know about the Yukol people and their culture to him. We know that the origins of the Yukols date back to the last ice age. Curiously, evidence of their presence has been found in Western Europe, and more precisely in the prehistoric caves at the heart of the Alps. This people, it seems, undertook a long migration over centuries towards the far north of the globe. The reasons for this migration are due to the importance of the mammoth in their craft, trade, and culture. They used them for transportation and as beasts of burden. The mammoth brought them meat, skins, fat, and ivory. Man and animal lived in symbiosis. There's no doubt about it. Mammoths started to drift away from the region due to changing climatic conditions, and the Yukols followed them to the north, the edges of Syberia. Prehistoric cave drawings, identified as Yuko in origin, first led me to the extraordinary hypothesis that the Yukos had managed to domesticate the mammoth. They are, to the best of our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to represent a man riding a mammoth. Today, because of this genuine mammoth skin effigy, identified by myself as an authentic Neolithic object, I can confirm this hypothesis. Yuko forebears managed to tame mammoths. Prehistoric man uses little imagination. He draws what he sees and represents scenes from real life. This familiar day-to-day object is actually a children's toy. As we have seen, Yuko existence was inextricably linked to that of the mammoth. They used its skin for clothing and to make the roofs and walls of their houses. They used the tusks to build the frameworks of their homes, as well as weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate effect on the Yuko's way of life. It seemed that for a long time after, the people maintained their strong bond with the mammoth through the centuries. As incredible as it may seem, the Yuko people have continued right up until the start of this century to feed themselves on mammoth meat and to use the skin for clothing and shelter. Their ivory craftwork industry is still flourishing. It would appear that to preserve ancestral customs, the Yukos learned how to exploit through the centuries the large number of frozen mammoth carcasses that were perfectly preserved in the ice of the Siberian tundra. They have been able to live mainly off this enormous freezer stock for almost 30 centuries. As plausible as this explanation may seem, it seems it is not enough for the scientific community who, I will confess, is greatly perplexed by the question. In the absence of acceptable scientific evidence, we have to make do with Yuko shaman artifacts. The research department that I have the honor to represent today lends no credence to the myths and legends that these tribal charlatans peddle. We have to take their stories at face value, mere tales to while away the long Siberian winter. The legend of the Siberian ice ark is a very good example. You are invited to find out for yourselves from the pamphlet that I had passed around to you. This legend would have us believe that today, somewhere on a lost island to the north of Syberia, there are living mammoths still in existence, a sort of hangover from the Ice Age. This small herd has been miraculously preserved for more than 120 centuries by the Yuko's tender care. The island on which the pachyderms are said to live is called Syberia. My friends, I advise you to resist the temptation you may have to believe in this pish. The island of Syberia is not charted on any map, and the idea that mammoths have survived to the 21st century is an idle scientist's pipe dream. The Yukos were sadly among the first victims of the colonization of continental Syberia led by the Russians in the 20th century. The Kolkhoz and Sovkhoz systems, as well as the exploitation, disdain, and humiliation people had to suffer, marked a definitive break in the Yuko's traditional lifestyle. And since the collapse of the communist regime, the Yuko population finds itself confronted with the same political and social upheavals that other Siberian communities are experiencing. There are two consequences to arise from this. Some Yukos have lost their tribal identity and have integrated into the Russian population. Others, however, have sought long and hard to re-establish links with their ancestral culture that was lost under the Soviet regime. Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Yukos have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live or how they survive. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today. Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
Thank you. Very good one. Good lecture. He's still asleep. Well, we'll just leave him there. That was a long lecture, wasn't it? Not what I thought I was getting up to today, but the sun's just come out. It's right in my face. I am meant to get out in the sun more. Doctor said so. But games aren't outside.
Professor, it's me. I've come to pick up the mammoth doll.
The doll is waiting for you there, Miss Walker. Please take good care of it.
Don't worry. I'm beginning to get quite attached to it myself. Can I trouble you just a little longer?
With pleasure, Kate. I'm all ears.
Aww.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one... Can you tell me a little...
Hey,
No.
I must congratulate you for your lecture. You
There
were
we go.
right. The subject is absolutely fascinating. I never believed that mammoths could be so interesting.
what you heard was only the tip of the iceberg, my dear. But if I have at least awoken a passion in you, I'm only too proud.
Did Hans Vorarlberg agree with your hypothesis on the Yukos being able to tame mammoths?
Now, Hans was no man of science. His pathological obsession was to find mammoths that were still in existence. Such a hypothesis is somewhat overblown, don't you think?
You don't believe in it yourself?
Mammoths died out thousands of years ago. Of this we are certain. Today, the only mammoths in Syberia are frozen ones.
Do you know where Hans might have gone after his stay here in Barrackstadt?
No, but I would not be surprised if he left in search of the Yukos, or what is left of them today.
It's getting very bright.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
And I want the notes as well. Because I certainly didn't get a leaflet handed round to me after the lecture. I don't think anyway. I'll have to check the notes. In the jacket. There we go. Oh dear me. This must be the leaflet he was on about. You can pause it and read. We've got to go back to the train, wind it, get a new ticket, open the gate. Is there anything else? No, I think that's it, and then it's just off to the next area. But we've got to talk to the weird captain up in the guard tower. It's a little bit cuckoo. He still thinks the enemy is invading. Poor thing just needs to go Specsavers. I prefer Vision Express myself, but... Keep running. Keep running. Looks really skinny on your screen. Right, don't overclick. Right, gotta get across. Gotta use the windy machine. You'd think, why is this here? The train had only just been built. It seems Hans built all these in preparation. Oh, it can't open it yet. Okay. I thought we would have opened it to start with. Windy, 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 windy. Ah, this one widens in automatically. I don't have to turn the wheel. Oh.
Hello?
Where are you?
Hi, Dan. I'm in Barrackstadt.
What? Is that a town? I hope the man you're looking for lives there. Are you coming home soon?
From what I gather, it's one huge university with an extraordinary station aviary. If you could only see it, there are trees and birds everywhere. It's so weird here.
Sounds like a great place for a bit of sightseeing. So, are you coming back soon?
I don't think so. In fact, the train I'm traveling on has some kind of a mechanical problem. We've been forced to stop here.
Us? I thought you were alone. Who's with you?
Oscar, the train engineer.
You're messing around with mechanics now, are you?
Don't be so stupid, Dan, please. Oscar's an automaton created by Mr. Varlberg, the man I'm looking for. And he's not any old robot. He's a sophisticated butler type, if you see what I mean. He's a bit obsessive as well.
Kate, I don't know what they're feeding you in Europe, but don't you think it's time that you came home?
But my mission still isn't finished.
To hell with your mission. I don't know why you accepted it in the first place. If you just stuck to the middle of the road, then we wouldn't be in this mess.
We? If there's any mess, it's me who's in it. And while I'm trying to come to grips with strange towns, you, my darling, are sitting at home on your butt. I seem to remember we had nothing against my departure.
It was only going to be 2 or 3 days, Kate. Please, try to put yourself in my shoes.
Your shoes. Not only do I have to fit myself into your diary, but I've got to get myself into your shoes as well? Is there anywhere else Sir would like me to put myself while we're on this subject?
Look, I don't want to talk about it now. Call me back when you calm down.
I was perfectly calm before I picked up your call. I only wanted a few words of encouragement, not your disdain. Was that too much to ask?
You can be such a selfish...
Takes one to know one, sweetheart.
Ooh. Things are not okay in that relationship.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
That's it, Oscar. We can go.
Kate Walker, I must remind you of one of the journey regulations. All objects featured in the train's inventory must be replaced before departure.
The doll.
I don't understand.
Something is missed.
Oh my god!
Please return.
Yep.
I'm off.
Yes.
Getting it. Sorry. Of course. Replace the mammoth doll. Boop. Oh, and I've got another cylinder. We can watch that.
Hans, I have some very sad news. Our father is dead. He passed away peacefully last Sunday in his sleep. I feel so lonely now.
father had been but a shadow of himself since your departure. I had to take care of everything for him. Housework, factory paperwork, the workforce, clients, everything. And now, today, well, I really don't know who or what I'm fighting for. Times are so hard, and this terrible war is destroying everything. Nobody cares for our automatons anymore. I just think about you returning. And when you do return, I will have turned this factory into a palace worthy of your genius. Please take care of yourself. I love you so much, Anna.
Was he carrying a backpack, one of these? How would he have listened to that? Boop. Now let's go.
Everything okay?
Yes,
Oscar, if you tell me one more time something's missing, I'll...
everything is ready. Take your seat, Kate Walker. We are leaving.
We're not going very far.
Okay.
Because the gate's still shut. See the gate up there? It's still closed. I'm not going to get through it by barging my way through. Which side do I need? Yes!
What are you doing there, Oscar?
It is imperative that we comply with railroad and customs regulations, Kate Walker.
Oscar, don't you think we could drop the trifling details once and for all?
We need an exit visa to get beyond the wall, Kate Walker.
And you wouldn't know where I could get one of them from, would you?
There is usually some form of authority stationed at a guard post that is strategically positioned to issue such a visa.
Okay, see you.
Yes.
Right, so now I've got to poison the guard. And you wonder why I had these two together. Right, we've got to go around the back of here. And in this little door.
Hello?
Kate! Oh, is that you? What's going on?
Well, I finally got the mechanical train wound, and I hope it's going to take me to Hans Vorarlberg. I had to sort things out with a couple of weirdo sailors, and they probably ripped me off. But now I'm blocked behind this massive wall. You should see it. It's huge.
I'm not talking about that. I want to know what's going on with Dan.
What do you mean?
I bumped into him at Maggie's do, and he said you'd argued.
That's a bit over the top. Things got a bit heated the last time we called, that's all. No need to go overboard.
I don't mean to be Miss Melodramatic, but he didn't seem in such great shape. He had his down-in-the-dumps head on.
Like Dan has a down-in-the-dumps head.
Well, yeah, when that shock of hair flops over his forehead, and his eyes mist up, and his eyebrows kind of creased together.
I'd never noticed. Maybe I did go a bit too far, but he's got such a goody two-shoes image of me that sometimes I just lose it. And this case is taking up a lot of headspace. I was just looking for a bit of compassion.
Well, you sure got mine. So, what's going down?
Like I said before, I'm kind of getting somewhere, but it's slow. This Hans Vorarlberg guy is getting more and more fascinating by the day.
Okay, well, anyway, it doesn't sound like you're bored. Not like back here in the office. Every day is boredom day. Just no fun without you. When are you coming back?
Shouldn't be long, I hope. Look, I've got to go. See you soon.
Well, call us again real soon. And be easier on Dan next time, huh?
I'll try.
It seems everyone doesn't really think much of her and what's important to her. So what's important to other people? There he is. See? I just have a look over here on your desk. Because I'm a weirdo.
Look, broken glasses. If they belong to the captain, then he sure has eye problems going by those lenses.
Right. That's all I needed to see.
Good day to you, sir.
Captain Malatesta, Commander-in-Chief of the Barkstadt border post, at your service, madam.
Okay.
I need a visa to cross the wall and to continue my journey to the east. They told me that you are the only person in a position to issue such a visa.
Indeed. This responsibility is part of my duties. However, I am not currently issuing visas because nobody must venture beyond the wall.
And why not?
It's far too dangerous, in particular for a lady of your standing who is traveling unescorted.
Dangerous? What exactly do you mean, Captain?
The enemy, miss. The enemy. I've been observing them for several years through my telescope. There's one particular horseman stationed yonder. He's a scout from the invading enemy army, and he's been spying on us. So I have to be extremely vigilant. He knows that I know he's there, you understand? And as long as I keep my eye on him, he won't dare try anything.
Are you sure?
Please, take a look for yourself.
Okay.
Don't mind me if I retired.
Please, madam.
I'm gonna have a look through the telescope. Then we're gonna poison him.
How strange. I can't see a Cossack horseman at all. There's just a dead tree in the middle of an empty plain. That poor captain must have really bad eyesight.
See? Right, so now we're gonna poison him. Not kill him. But we gotta get through. Boop.
Colonel, sir.
Captain, miss.
But you have the air of a great officer.
You flatter me, miss. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that we frontier soldiers are often forgotten by the military administration.
There's no justice. I sympathize with you, Captain. Let us forget our worries for a moment and have a little drink together in the name of friendship.
It would be my pleasure, miss, but the regulations strictly forbid it.
Come on. A little glass of wine never hurt anybody, and nobody need know.
Wine, miss? You are putting me in a very delicate situation.
Don't deny yourself, Captain. Just a little glass. I assure you, it is excellent.
Well, perhaps just a drop.
Here's your glass. To your good health, Captain.
And to yours, miss. It's been a long time since I've drunk wine in such pleasant company. I admit, it is excellent.
Isn't it? You wouldn't think it came from Barkstadt. It is made from the Amazon forest Sauvignon grape that has been miraculously conserved and cultivated in the station garden.
Well, well, well. The university authorities kept that one to themselves.
You know, Captain, it is essential that I continue my journey
Please don't even think about it. As I've said, it's extremely dangerous. The enemy is spying on us.
Perhaps your Cossack horseman isn't quite what you thought. Perhaps it's just a dead tree twisted into a strange shape. You should take another look. You never know. Go on, Captain. Give it a try.
So be it. I will make this concession to the fairer sex, miss. But it does seem to be quite ridiculous.
I can see again. I need to get a blind up at that window. Then it'll be dark in the room though, so I can't win either way.
Incredible. How is this possible? By what strange magic? How could I have been so wrong for so long? The enemy was only a tree. I'm so ashamed.
It's not that bad, Captain. It's only human to make mistakes after all.
Poor
A
thing.
tree. Nothing but a dead tree.
Pull yourself together, Captain. It's okay. And now I suppose there's nothing stopping you from issuing me a visa?
Yes, of course. There is no more danger. All these years. And now the Cossack has gone. There is nothing left to watch.
Captain, you should be delighted. From now on, you don't have to stay pinned to your watchtower. Travel can start up again normally. You will be able to resume your regular duties like issuing entrance and exit visas.
You are right. I will sign you a visa to cross the wall frontier immediately. 1,000 apologies. Here, miss.
Can he see enough to give me a visa? He's got to sign it. Okay.
Thank you, Captain. And keep your eyes open.
Miss, if we could keep this between ourselves, please. For the sake of my honor, you understand?
You have my promise, Captain.
Just get your glasses fixed. Surely the army could just send you a new pair. Men not willing to say anything when something goes wrong. Just ask for help. Jesus. No, Jesus. Jesus doesn't need to ask for help. Down we go. Right, so I've got to go give that letter to Oscar, who should still be in this booth. Not that. That. Boop. Then we get on to the next
Here is
bit.
the visa. I hope it's regulation, my dear Oscar.
It is regulation. Here is your ticket.
I like how he gets sassier the more you speak to him. Ticket!
Have a good journey, Kate Walker.
So,
Indeed, we are already very late.
I know, and I've done all the running around. Get your butt moving. This seems quite good as well. The wall opening up. I mean, Hans must have made this wall as well. The gate. I give my ticket to you.
here you go, Oscar.
Thank you, Kate Walker. Now, please return to your seat, Kate Walker.
Yes, Oscar. Immediately, Oscar.
The sun's gone away. I'm now a bit chilly. I need my dressing gown. Bye, tree. No Oscar. Yes, this is the correct one.
Kate Walker! Kate Walker!
Oscar, what's going on? Why has the train stopped? Where are we?
The springs of the train are unwound again, Kate Walker. As for the question pertaining to our geographical location, I really haven't the slightest idea.
Well, we'd better get looking for a winding machine, my dear Oscar. I hope that this place actually has one.
The air here is so polluted that I could not possibly risk leaving the locomotive. My joints might corrode irreparably.
Right. Let's see. Let's hope Hans Varlberg once lived here as well. Maybe he planned for his locomotive's unplanned stop and installed a winding machine as well. Otherwise, it's not looking great for the rest of the journey.
Do not forget that Hans Vorarlberg is a genius in the true sense of the word.
But is he a genius with a sense of forward planning?
We will find that out when we find the winding machine.
My God, Oscar, what would I do without you? See you soon, Oscar.
I shall stay right here.
Okay. Don't click off screen. I'm learning. I'm gonna go all the way up here first. I don't know if I can do this yet. My arm still hurts from my flu jab. I love that. I love that. Okay. I don't think I do this yet. Because I don't have any cutty things. And I need to be able to get cutty things. Or is it up there already, the cutty things? I don't know. So I'll just go back down this way. Sorry, there's going to be a bit running around. I don't remember this bit very well. I know it takes a while till we're out of this place though. I do know that. No, let's go inside. Let's go inside. Can I get inside? I don't think so.
That door is locked. I've got to find an...
Ah. I don't need to talk to you. I like how it's glass panels up there on the roof. So I'll see get some vitamin D. Nothing else to click on. And the light's shining on this area, so it must be important.
Hello? Hello?
Kate, it's Dan. Can you hear me?
Dan, is that you? I can't hear you so good. Dan?
Hey, Kate, talk. This is the last conversation. Are you still mad at me? Come on, it's important.
Dan, you're breaking up. I'll try and call you when I get out of this mine.
You... Kate! Come on, what's happening? Listen, we've got to talk.
Look, the line's just getting worse and worse. I'm hanging up.
Don't think... No, that's the handle for the other thing. It's too dark.
It's too dark to...
I wonder if the cutters are up there then. You didn't have to walk back so slowly. No. That's to bring the elevator down. I don't want to do that. I want to be in the elevator. Is this where we see the man come out the train? No. Yeah, the cutters must be up there then. Because they're nowhere else. Run. I do like how it's counting my frames. 60, 50, 59. I don't know why. I've obviously got it set to a hotkey, but I don't remember which one. And I don't know how to change it, because occasionally it's on there and sometimes it's not. Itchy leg. Okay. Oh. Can you see me? In his pelvis area. Hey, the sun came back out and warming back up. Yeah. Are the cutters still up here? I won't be able to get through otherwise. Doop. Yeah, I've got no cutters. They're not here anywhere. Did I miss them? Oh no, I have to wait. I have to wait till I see the man. Because the man drops the cutters. Or does he drop the screwdriver? I don't know where the cutters are. I'm going to cut out this bit till I find the cutters. Call Scrad.
My dear brother, what joy to have news of you after your long silence during the war years. So you're working for the Russians now. I tell you, we've been hearing some worrying stories about them here. Just your description of that dingy factory makes me cough. But it's so good to hear that your talent is being recognized for its true value, and that your automaton creations are taking the place of workers for all those menial jobs. I'm so proud that Vorarlberg automatons are making such a contribution, even if it is small, to the improvement of people's lives.
Meanwhile, back in Valladolid, we've been licking our wounds after the war years. Some people have returned, others not. Life is slowly coming back, but it's taking time. All my love, Anna.
I do like how she puts the cylinder in the cabinet on her own. Wind the train. Of course, wind the train. Why was I being so silly? I wasn't trying to get in anywhere yet. I was just trying to wind the train. I apologise. I didn't Google it. I was about to. But I was just faffing about with buttons. My chest is hurting. Back again. I can't get down. My ladder's all the way back there. This is where we see the man.
Hey, you there! Yes?
Kate, can you hear me this time?
Yes, I can hear you just perfectly, Dan, but I can't talk to you now. I'm in a real hurry.
I wanted to say sorry. I know I wasn't very understanding last time. I've been feeling a bit bad about it.
Okay, you're a real sweetheart, but I've got to leave you now. I'm not angry with you, so don't worry. I've just got to catch up to someone, and quick.
But Kate, this is really important.
I'll call you back, Dan. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. The glass. It's really good, really, when you think about it. I mean, not that the automaton needs to see out the top, but...
My God, Oscar! Oscar, talk to me! Are you okay?
Why, it is absolutely inadmissible, intolerable, and indescribable. I have been attacked.
What do you mean you've been attacked?
My hands! I no longer have them! They have been stolen!
My God, you haven't got your hands! But who did this? What's going on here?
We can be sure of one thing, Kate Walker. That this heinous crime was committed by a barbarian. A dysfunctional individual whose behavior lacks all finesse.
Did you get a look at your attacker? Tell me exactly how it happened.
I was standing here polishing up my metalwork. I was just thinking that with all the dust in the air, it would be a good idea to...
Oscar!
I was very busy, and I suddenly felt two powerful arms grab me from behind and tie me up before I had the chance to defend myself. I wanted to call out, but my attacker gagged me before I could emit the slightest sound. Then he dismantled my hands with a terrifying pair of pliers. It was horrible.
I can believe it, my poor Oscar, but did you see him?
He was a real barbarian, I tell you. He had bloodshot eyes, steel teeth, and brown scaly skin, and he emitted foul odors. He was a monster, Kate Walker, a real monster, and he had a weapon.
Oscar, please calm down. Everything's going to be all right. Right, I'm done. Take care of yourself, Oscar.
Good luck, Kate Walker, and don't forget me.
I won't. You just sit there comfortably. I've got to go get a pair of hands back. Ah. First, because I got the pliers now, I've got the cutting thing, I'm going to go back up there. I know. Don't click off screen. I've been really good. All this time without clicking off screen. That's how she runs. By moving her head side to side. But apparently I walk like a pigeon, so I can't really talk. Come on! I spent so long trying to find out what I was supposed to do that I'm so tired now. And I did all my chores before sitting down to play games. I think I did all of them. It's like you can't help but look at it. Mind the sharp edge. Oh, we stopped. Oh, there we go. In you go. We are in here for a reason. I need this. Is that all I need? I can't see anything because the sun came out. Pipes, pipes, and lots of pipes. Yeah, I think that's all I need. 'Cause I can't go out through there, I don't think.
I can't go there.
No. Run! Because that's the little piece that I need in the generator down in the miney bit. Which is how I get into where the man with the hands went. It's not the man with the one arm anymore, it's the man with the 4 hands. Just think of how much you could get done if you had 4 hands. You'd be the multitasking king. And I don't mean 2 that you walk on, not like that, the creepy lady from Eon Flux? I might have the wrong film. But yeah, she had hands as feet. She looked like a monkey. She was bouncing around on them and everything. I mean, you could grab stuff, I guess, but it just looked like it would be painful on them. Not ankles anymore, wrists. Because if she had hands as feet, they'd be ankles. No, they'd be wrists, not ankles. Ah, I'm not talking about it anymore. It hurts my head trying to think about that. Yeah, we gotta go through here. Put on the generator. I'm unsure what else I'm meant to do. Put in the little doll. There we go. Run, 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 run. The rat. Ah. I will open this door. Haha! Now I've got a way out without having to go through the mine. Ha ha ha. No, this way. Hey, at least they're taking safety precautions. Look, there's a fire extinguisher. Whoa. Oh. Love that. They're the hands. Couldn't say anything about that. She had no observations about that at all. Oh yeah, I've got to kidnap an opera singer. Helena Rominsky? Helena. Can't remember her name. What? I've got to click. Oh, I have to click them all. I do like the screw sound. Someone's being noisy. You.
Hey, you! Who are you? Careful, I'm warning you. I'm not afraid of you, okay? What do you want? Why did you do that?
There must be some misunderstanding.
Because you reckon theft is all about misunderstanding, do you? Give me my hands back. Now!
Your hands? And what are those on the ends of your arms? I can explain everything to you. You see, I'm no thief.
You broke into my train, assaulted my driver, mutilated him, and stole his hands. Apart from that, you are not a thief.
I have not stolen them, miss. Only borrowed them for a while.
You've got to be joking.
I'm not joking with you, miss. I would never take such liberties.
They belong to Oscar, my automaton engineer. Why did you steal them?
They are extraordinary. Real mechanical wonders. I would never have been capable of designing such hands myself. Never. Such workmanship, such precision crafting. It is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And just because you like them, you decided to steal them?
That's what stealing is.
I have only borrowed them, little missy. Temporarily, you understand? Of course, I shall return them to you when I don't need them anymore. You can...
Excuse me?
You see, these hands are all I need to complete my plan. At last, I can finish off my automaton pianist and fulfill my dreams. Everything is now in place. You see, I have converted this old, useless, stupid factory into a magical theatre. As you can see, the furnaces, piping, chimney stacks, they've all been converted into one gigantic organ. I will be able to accompany the world's greatest living singer. Now all I need is her...
You mentioned an automaton pianist, didn't you? Where did you find it?
I pieced it together myself, my dear. Except for the hands, that is. I admit that I underestimated the intricacy of this part of the design. A pianist's hands are very important after all. But enough. Now he has a perfect set of hands.
Your passion amazes me. Have you designed any other automatons here?
No. Clockwork mechanisms do not interest me as such. I simply needed a robot capable of accompanying Helena Romansky on my huge organ.
Helena Romansky.
I adapted an existing model, a reject automaton secretary. I reconstructed it and adapted it to this new function.
An existing model, you say? Did you ever know Hans Vorarlberg? He was a kind of mechanical genius, like yourself.
Hans Vorarlberg? Yes. Or maybe... I don't know. No.
Sure, I understand. The number of automatons still functioning in this abandoned complex is amazing, though.
My dear, one thing is for sure. For many years, I have been totally alone here. If that man ever came to this...
Okay.
And what if I helped you to make some other hands, just for your automaton?
Why should life be complicated when I already have what I need? And I very much doubt you are in any position to create such a perfect pair of hands.
Well, that was a bit mean.
I'm sorry, I can't make heads or tails out of your story at all. Without my engineer's hands, I'm stuck here, you see?
Everything I have designed, all that I have invented, everything is for her. Do you realize? Her. Oh, to hear her sing one more time, here in my factory!
But who is she? Who are you talking about?
Helena. The one and only Helena Romansky.
He goes on a bit,
Her
doesn't he?
voice is so pure, like an angel. One day she came here to Komkolsgrad. She sang here, you know, when our industrial city was in its heyday. Oh, so long ago now. It was almost unreal. It was magical. I remember it like it was yesterday. Then, later, a long time later, she saved my soul. She saved my life and gave it meaning. When I was told that the mining program was to be abandoned, that this industrial city was consigned to oblivion, that I, its director, would from then on be nothing but a guardian of these rusting remains of a bygone age, that is when I first formed my plan to bring Helena Romansky back to this factory. But this time, she would sing for me, and me alone.
And is she okay about this?
Sure. Once she finds out that I have done all this for her.
Okay.
Yeah, that must have been a happy coincidence for someone around here. So, when will this Madame Romansky come back? When do I get my hands back?
I don't know. Maybe someone should look for her. Tell her. Hey, why don't you go? The quicker you bring her back, the sooner you can carry on your business trip. Now, isn't that a good idea?
And you promise that once Helena has sung, you will give me back my automaton's hands?
I promise, my dear. You have my solemn word.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to believe you. Where should I go hunting for this singer then?
I have no idea. But for a woman of the world like yourself, finding her should pose no obstacle. Helena Romansky was a world celebrity, you know. I have collected many objects, souvenirs of her that I keep in a room.
He sounds so
A
creepy.
shrine to her glory. It's like her own personal museum in a way. You should take a look.
Okay. Creepy.
This whole story is completely nuts.
Yeah.
Please excuse...
So,
Run. Trip up the steps. I've done that. pretty. Young Helena Romansky's crystal clear voice moves amateurs and professionals alike gathered for the 9th Voix d'Or Festival? Sorry if I said that wrong. In Brussels. The young Russian soprano was the revelation of the event. She is an exceptionally talented singer, and at the tender age of 20, Helena looks to have a very promising career ahead of her. She looks older than 20. That can't be her picture from 20. Helena Romansky's finest numbers are collected here on this golden disc, millions of copies of which are being sold around the world. It's cracked. Comrade Helena Romansky sings for the people. Her series of recitals with piano performed in the factories of our great republic. After Kiev, Diva arrives at Komkolsgrad. Ravishing Helena is seen here with the factory director, Comrade Borodin, and several admirers. There's Hans! And, oh, he's the space guy. So he did meet Hans. Helena Romansky's success in Europe is assured. The great Helena Romansky, our nation's glory, appears and triumphs every night in Europe's most famous stages. Following from Milan, Paris and Vienna, Helena Romansky gave an exceptional recital in which her voice was even more powerful and moving than ever. Okay. Helena Romansky at this point is at the peak of her artistic career, and her recitals that year are exceptional. The high point and testimony to the greatness is her unforgettable interpretation of Rigoletto, sung with her great friend, the Russian tenor Frank Malkovich. Your mum's dating him. Okay, I've got to phone Mum. Let us not forget that the latter has recently decided to pursue his career in the United States. Okay, he looks a bit more creepy than I thought he would. Yesterday evening, adoring crowds filled out the Bolshoi, to say their fond farewells to Helena Romansky, their diva, making her last ever public appearance. Romansky revolutionized lyrical artistry, and her name has already passed into posterity. Through the well of emotion, her fatigue and illness, she merely managed to utter a tearful thank you. Aww, she ill. Not known in distress. Pray forgive me such familiarity. 112 letters? 112 letters? Oh. Helena, I feel so close to you. You and you alone are all I think about. The more time that goes by, the more certain I become that one day you will visit me in this factory. That is dedicated entirely to you. No wonder she didn't come. Creepy. Right, I've got to phone Mum. Mum.
Hi, Mom.
Kate! What? Have you seen the time? Why are you phoning me in the middle of the night?
Sorry, Mom. I forgot about the time zones. Did I wake you?
Well, of course you woke me up. I was sleeping deeply, too. I've simply got to get my beauty sleep. I've got an absolutely crazy day tomorrow.
I'm sorry. It's just that it's real important and urgent. I haven't got a lot of time.
Well, if it really can't wait till tomorrow, Munchkin, come on, tell your mommy what's up. No way I'm calling Dad for you if that's what you want.
Mom, listen, please. I seem to remember you're seeing Marovich or something like that at the moment.
No. Malkovich, Munchkin. Frank Malkovich.
Yeah, right. So, but he's an opera singer, right?
That's right. They say he had the finest voice of his time, my dear. Imagine that.
That's just great. So then he must have known a famous singer called Helena Romansky. She's Russian, too. Please, if you can ask him if...
Listen, honey, if it's stars you're after, Frank knows them all. I'll just wake him up and let him tell you himself.
You mean he's...
Do you know this song? Oh, you do? Oh, Kate, listen, you're still there. Frank tells me he did hang out with a Romansky once, but it was platonic. You know those singers. She's a great soprano.
Great! Does he know where she went? Does she still sing? Where does she live?
1 second, Munchkin. You know? Oh. Frank says she was very ill and she withdrew from circulation. Really? Oh, what is... Oh, okay. She went to rest in some spa somewhere. He thinks it was called Arrowbad, but it was 15 years ago and he's not sure. And well, honey, when Frank wakes up, he always takes a little bit of time to get going, you know.
Thanks a bundle, Mom. And
I
Frank,
want
too.
to
You're
know.
both fantastic. Love you both. Thanks again. Catch you later.
Okie dokie. But I haven't got any hands. How do I get there? Something about space, I think. I don't go into space, obviously, but... Ah.
Hello?
Did I wake you up? I can't sleep at all. This whole business just keeps turning round and round in my head.
What business, Dan?
But Kate, that argument we had, have you forgotten? I really need to talk about that again.
Oh, I guess we were both a little high-strung, that's all. But don't sweat it, okay?
Yeah, sure. Getting carried away never solves anything, does it? I must say I felt really dumb when I hung up.
Really?
Yeah, I left the door to my office open and I was convinced everybody around heard me.
I'm so embarrassed, Dan. Please say I'm sorry to your colleagues from me.
It doesn't matter, honey. Promise me that you will never put me in that state again. You're usually so delightful. I have
Excuse
the impression
me?
that this journey is putting more than distance between us.
Well, it's true.
I
I'm
won't
living a
ever
whole
put you
load
in
of
that
new
position
and
again.
amazing
You?
experiences.
Okay, I see. And still no Hans Worlberg?
No.
Keep me posted. You know how important you are to me. Hurry home, huh?
I'll try.
Important to you?
Big
Am I
help,
just
Dan.
status? I don't like him. Me no likey him at all. You, funny man.
Director.
Ah, it is you, Miss Walker.
I didn't give you my name.
Director, I think I know where Helena Romansky is.
My God, you have found Helena? That is fantastic.
Arrowbad.
From my research, Helena Romansky is living in Arrowbad.
Arrowbad? Helena Romansky is in Arrowbad.
You know the town then? You know where it is?
Of course. It was a famous spa resort. In its heyday, Arrowbad welcomed all the big wigs of the regime. To be granted a stay there was a real honor. Today, the honor has gone, along with all the generals and colonels, all washed away with the sea.
It sounds like a good place if you need to take it easy or convalesce.
I think Madame Romansky would be happier here. I think she'll prefer the peace and quiet here, the perfect tranquility of our little town.
How can I get to Arrowbad?
There is one way that you can. Here in the city, there are no suitable vehicles left. But that drunk old fool living up there, he'll have something.
What drunken old fool? You mean you're not alone? What's up there?
You mean you haven't noticed the space compound on the plateau? There's still some pathetic old soldier guarding it. But he's more interested these days in reaching for another bottle than reaching for the stars.
And you think this gentleman could have a vehicle for me?
I haven't the slightest idea. If you catch him on a good day, then maybe. But good days for him are far and few between. I wish you luck.
How do I get up to the space compound then?
There is a monorail that leads up to the Cosmodrome. When you are inside, I will activate the automatic pilot.
Okay.
Okay,
I am...
Am I up? Ah.
Hello?
Kate! Oh, that you? How are you?
Olivia! Great, just the right person. Look, have you heard of Helena Romansky?
No. Is she some Russian fashion designer?
No, she's a singer. I'm going to be meeting her soon. I've just got to find a way of reaching Arlbad. Can you imagine how lucky I am?
Not really. Well, what relation's this singer got with the toy case? You sure you know what you're up to, Kate? You sound really different, like you're changing or something.
Look, it's like this. If I'm going to get to the end of my journey, I've got to link up this singer and the director of the Comcalsgrad Industrial City. Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. Why did you say that I've changed?
I don't know, just an impression. You sound more sure of yourself, like stronger, more confident.
What's wrong with
And
that?
that's a problem?
There you go. Just takes one word and you're up on your high horse. I'm beginning to see Dan's point of view. It's getting harder and harder to back you up all the time.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that I had a drink or two with Dan, because he wants to talk. He feels a bit lonely, you see?
And what's he been telling you?
Nothing. He just has the impression you're slipping away from him. He can't see where you're coming from anymore. Like, we went to the movies the other day and he said that you would have loved the film, but I told him that...
You mean you're dating my fiancé?
No! No, not dating, Kate. Just propping him up while you're away. All in a good cause. I can keep an eye on him for you at the same time.
What would I do without you?
Oh, you're jealous. Well, that's a good sign. That means you want him. Now, that he'll be pleased to hear.
You seeing each other again soon?
Tomorrow night. He invited me to dinner at the Goldberg. You don't mind, do you, Kate?
No worries. Look, I've got to go, Olivia. Take care.
Well, that seemed a bit itchy. Of course, the stairs. Come on, go.
Excuse me. Sir, sorry to disturb you, but you... Can you hear me?
3, 2, 1, contact! And we have liftoff! Oh, holy mother. A dame. A pretty dame on the launch pad.
Please, no need to worry, sir. Just do stay calm. I just want some information.
Watch what you're doing, sweetheart. We ain't got no information, no strategies, no plans to tell anyone, anywhere, anytime. Military regulations, you dig it, man?
I was going to... Oh, forget it. It doesn't matter. He's too drunk to help anyone anyway.
I am not drunk. I have drunk. A little. strange. Sure, I left a bottle of Duron here. I gotta get some air. Wall's getting pretty tight. We'll think about that blast off later, huh?
Are you okay, Colonel? Are you sure you're all right?
Off he wobbles.
Be careful! Don't lean out too far or you'll...
Okay, let me get the key. That's about the Cosmodrome being disbanded. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. Decommissioned, sorry. Shower on. Shower off. Hang on. There must be a pipe or something I've not turned on. Ah, it's this twirly dude. Yeah. There you go. You can hear the water running. Right, now let's give him a bath. Water.
What's happening? That's water you got there. Stop it! Now! You want me to drown?
Yep. If you weren't that drunk, you wouldn't drown. I didn't want him to drown. He's one of the nicer people you meet. Even if he is a drunk. He's one of them nice drunks.
Calm down, it's all right. Just a little wake-up call, that's all. You must have had quite a bit to drink.
Gee, you're right there. Not the first time, either. Probably won't be the last. Man, my head. Please, could you whisper?
Please, do excuse me. But it was the only way I could think of to bring you back to your senses.
A little extreme, really. But I get the impression you're a lady who likes to see results.
Yup.
Does Arrowbad mean anything to you?
Arrowbad. It's been a long time since I heard that name. It's a spa resort, man. Top brass of the regime would go there. As well as convalescing soldiers, tired politicians, profiteers and rackets, the whole caboodle. Go live it up, all expenses paid. One privilege I never got. Just 2 steps away from becoming the nation's hero, and no free holiday for me.
Aww.
And where exactly is this place?
Further east. We never had to know where exactly. The airship was programmed to take vacations there. From here.
Ooh.
Don't you find it strange to see so many birds in the Cosmodrome?
It's the iron rafters. I love them. Nowadays, they can enjoy a bit of good old peace and quiet here. So, of course, they turn up in flockloads. Sometimes I set Soyuz onto them. Just like the good old days.
Soyuz?
Soyuz is the last Golden Eagle left in active service. We had to get the dumb canaries out of the way before takeoff, so what did we do? Set the Eagle on them. You should see them fly. Soyuz, he's like a cat among the pigeons. Magnificent.
There aren't many vehicles on this base.
When they decided to close the Cosmodrome, they towed all the useful equipment away.
It doesn't matter. I'll find some other way.
If I can help you, please, just ask.
I came here by train, but unfortunately it broke down. I've got to get to Arrowbad immediately. Someone told me you might have a vehicle to lend me.
Someone? Who might that someone be? I hope you're not talking about Sergei Borodin.
Well, yes, I am. The director of the industrial complex below.
Be careful, ma'am. He is not a rational man. He can be mean and very dangerous.
He suggested I come and see you, actually. But I get the impression that he doesn't care much for you either.
I don't care what he thinks of me. All I say to you is, watch out for him.
I'm looking for someone. Hans Vorarlberg. And I think he came by here about 20 years ago.
Hans? You want to know if I know Hans? But of course. He invented one of the most incredible flying machines of the Cosmodrome. Christmas, good old Hans. Even after that dumb and dirty trick he played on me. But I wouldn't give to see him again.
What do you mean? What did he do to you?
Hans Vorarlberg and his famous flying wing. See, he invented this kind of spring-loaded launcher, capable of projecting a weird rocket into the stratosphere. It was red revolutionary hot, and I was going to be its first test pilot. Holy cow, what a job. And then several days before the launch, Hans disappears into thin air like that. Poof! The test program? Well, it's abandoned.
Just disappeared like that? Without saying where he was going?
You see, he wanted to hit the stars, but not bombs, if you get my drift. One day Hans finally worked out what his launcher was really for. The generals have always called the shots here, you realize, and when they asked Hans to screw a nuclear warhead onto his flying wing, well, he wasn't a happy man. So he left, just like that.
If everything was ready, why didn't you just wind the thing up and go flying after all?
Nobody understood machines here like Hans, especially not his own utopian inventions. You see, such inventions only live and breathe with their creator inside. Without him, space travel became damn near impossible. Since then, well, I still like to travel out in my own little way.
I'm beginning to understand a bit about how Hans Vorarlberg's inventions work. What is this one like?
I don't really know. As you can see, I'm a soldier, ma'am. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not a goddamn aerospace engineer.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's been great to...
I've got to go and see the, there's the rocket. I've got to go and do something. There we go. What did that do? Airship. I just needed that little talky thing. Even though he'd mentioned it, I could have just asked.
Sir? Do you think the airship still works?
No idea. It's been so long since it was used.
And then I've got to learn how to use it too.
You won't have any worries there. It has an automatic pilot. Go visit if you want. Here's the key.
Thanks.
Now I get to go visit it.
Right, I'm off. See you later.
Don't you worry.
But I think that'll be this for this episode because, well, it's been an hour and a half and I'm gonna trim it down a bit so you don't see me floundering when I was at the factory. Okay. Bye!